So, good evening, class. In the last class, we have completed proxy, right? And we have studied all the provisions regarding a proxy. Section 105. We are talking about, okay, what was a proxy? Who can appoint a proxy? Any person who is entitled to attend and vote in the meeting can appoint a proxy. Acha, proxy can be a member of the company or can be a non-member of the company. It's not mandatory. Proxy do not require any qualification. Okay, a valid proxy to be appointed at least 48 hours before the meeting by signing form number MGT 11. Can minor or lunatic act be the proxy? No, they cannot act as a proxy because they do not have any signing authority, no signing power. So they cannot be a proxy. One person can act as a proxy for how many number of members? Maximum 50, provided that the shareholding of those 50 members must not exceed 10% of the total share capital. If a single person is acting as a proxy of one person, if a single person is acting as a proxy of such a person or such a member whose shareholding is already more than 10% of the total share capital, then that person cannot act as a proxy of any other member. So if a member is already holding more than 10% of the total share capital, then then the person who is acting as his proxy cannot be appointed as a proxy by any other member of that company. Correct? Okay. So this was all about proxy. We have studied all this. Proxy. Okay. There are two related sections. There are two more related sections. That is section 112 and section 113. These are related to the proxy section only. Suppose, what section 112 says? Suppose if President of India or the governor of the state, if the President of India or the governor of the state is a member of a company, if the President of India or the governor of the state is a member of a company, that doesn't mean that the President is holding share or the governor is himself holding share. That doesn't mean that. It means that in case of President of India means if CG is holding any shares in the company, and in case of governor means if SG means state government is holding any shares in the company. কি বলছি যে যদি একটা কোম্পানিতে শেয়ারহোল্ডার্স হয় প্রেসিডেন্ট অফ ইন্ডিয়া বা গভর্নর অফ দ্য স্টেট, তার মানে এই নয় যে প্রেসিডেন্ট নিজে শেয়ার হোল্ড করে আছে বা গভর্নর নিজে পার্সোনালি ইন্ডিভিজুয়ালি শেয়ার্স হোল্ড করে রেখেছে সেই কোম্পানি। দ্যাট মিনস in case of President of India means that central government is having shares in this company, and in case of governor of the state means the state government is having shares in this company. This means what? That President of India and governor of the state is a member of such company. So in that case, the person appointed by them on their behalf is known as representative member. Is known as what? Representative member. So what I am saying, that if President of India and the governor of the state is having shares in a company, then on their behalf, the person who is appointed, they are not called proxy. Such person is not called proxy. Such person is termed as the representative member. Is it clear? What? Representative member. Okay. Now, what are the powers of this representative member? What are the powers of the representative member? What are the powers? Proxy, we know that proxy cannot speak at the meeting. We know that. Proxy cannot vote by show of hands, right? Proxy cannot appoint any other proxy. Can proxy appoint any other person as a proxy? I have appointed Ramu Kaka. Ramu Kaka is again appointing Shamu Kaka. No, not possible. Proxy can never appoint a proxy. Proxy can never appoint another proxy. So proxy cannot speak, cannot vote by show of hand, and number 3, proxy can never appoint another proxy. Then what will be the power of representative member? Will the power be the same, or will the bindings be the same as it is on proxy? No, of course not. A representative member will have all the powers that a proxy, normal proxy, is not having. Means what? A representative member can speak at the meeting. A representative member can vote both by show of hands and poll, means can vote by show of hands. Number 3, a representative member can appoint any other person as a proxy. A representative member can appoint any other person as proxy. See the difference. So who is a representative member? A representative member is one who is appointed by the President of India or the Governor of State on their behalf if they are having any shareholding in a company. So what are the powers of this representative member? This representative member is having all the powers. Powers to speak, powers to vote by show of hand, and powers, what power? Power to appoint any other person as the proxy. But in case of proxy, normal proxy, proxy cannot speak, proxy cannot vote by show of hand, and proxy cannot, excuse me, proxy can never appoint any other person as proxy. Proxy cannot appoint proxy, but representative member can definitely appoint a proxy. Is it clear? This is what section 112 says. Next comes to section 113. Now what is section 113 saying? Section 113 is saying that if a body corporate is a member of a company, if suppose a company is only a member of company, if suppose some A limited and the member of A limited is B limited, okay, so in this case also, if a body corporate is a member of a company, in that case the person appointed on behalf of this B limited, obviously the company will not walk and go and sit in the meeting. The company will not walk and go and sit in the meeting. B limited will appoint someone who will attend the meeting on behalf of B limited, right? And the person who is appointed on behalf of B limited, we will call such person also the representative member. Similar to section 112, we will call that person as a representative member, and that representative member will have all the powers. Is it clear? So this completes all the provisions relating to what? Proxy. Section 105 talks about proxy, 112 and 113. Is it clear? Okay. Today now we will shift to some other section, that is section 106. Section 106. Now this, what this section says? This section 106. Okay, this section 106 says that when members will not be allowed to vote, when members will not be allowed to vote, that is when we can restrict the voting rights of a member. This is what section 106 says. In 3 cases we can restrict the voting rights of the members. In 3 cases. What are these 3 cases? Number 1, if any call is payable. We have studied in class 12 share capital. We have studied about first call, we have studied about final call, yes or no? So if any call amount is payable, it's due. Okay, if any call amount is still payable by that member, or if any other sum is due, any other sum that the member is required to pay to the company but the member is still not paid it, কি বললাম, নয় কোনো কল অ্যামাউন্ট, কল মানি ডিউ আছে, আর নয় কোনো সাম যেটা কোনো টাকা কোম্পানিকে ফেরত দেওয়ার কথা ছিল কিন্তু কোম্পানি কেন ফেরত দেয়নি, বা if the company have exercised right of lien. So what is this right of lien? Let me just talk about this. Right of lien means sometimes so happens that you have taken some amount of loan from a party, from a person. Okay, the person have given you the loan. Now on behalf of what, you have mortgaged something. Suppose you have mortgaged something. Now if you cannot pay back the loan amount to that person, then that property that you have given to that person it will just become, it will belong to that person. That is called right of lien, similar like mortgage only. So here, if the company, if the member have taken something from the company, and the company on behalf of that have exercised certain right of lien, on behalf of that, if the company is asking for something, have asked for something, if someday the person fails to pay that loan amount, then company will take over the property of that person. So if the company have already exercised this right of lien, or if any call is payable, or if any sum is due to the company, only in these three cases voting rights can be restricted, and in no other cases. So voting rights can only be restricted in these three cases, provided that these three cases is written in the articles. If in the articles nothing is mentioned, then voting right cannot be restricted. Suppose if a person is having call amount due, but article doesn't mention that voting right will be restricted if the call amount is due. If so happens, then we cannot stop that person. So article must mention these three, only these three. So what are the conditions in the articles? Any case can be written when we can restrict a person, restrict a member. Okay, so it should be mentioned in the article whatever it is, but out of this three only. এই তিনটের মধ্যে যে কোনো একটা আর্টিকেলে লেখা থাকে আমি রেস্ট্রিক্ট করতে পারবো, বা এই তিনটেই লেখা রইলো আমি রেস্ট্রিক্ট করতে পারবো, বাট যদি আর্টিকেলে কোনোটাই মেনশন না থাকে, then we cannot restrict. So both article needs to be mentioned. In article it is need to be mentioned the cases where voting rights can be restricted, and what are the three cases? Only for these three cases we can restrict the voting right. Is it clear? So this is section 106. Okay, now we are coming to section 107, and this section talks about voting by show of hands. This section talks about what? Voting by show of hands. What do you mean by voting by show of hands? We know that voting by show of hands, it just says that until and unless poll is demanded, we have to vote by show of hands. That's it. End of the section. যতক্ষণ না পোল ডিমান্ড হচ্ছে ততক্ষণ আমি কীভাবে ভোট করব? জাস্ট বাই শো অফ হ্যান্ড. This is section 100. Okay, now section 109. Before going to section 108, we'll go to section 109. What does this section 109 says? Who can demand poll? This section 109 states who can demand poll. So who can demand poll? Poll can be demanded by the chairman. On its own motion, chairman can demand poll, or on request of members having 1/10 of paid up share capital or voting power, or minimum paid up share capital of 5 lakhs. We have read this earlier also. Yes or no? While doing the section of chairman, we have done this. Right? So section 106 says what are the conditions in which voting rights can be restricted. Section 107 says that until and unless poll is demanded, voting will be done by show of hands. And section 109 says who can demand a poll. Who can demand poll? Means poll is needed to be demanded, right? And who can demand that? If the chairman wants, then the chairman can demand poll, or members holding 1/10 of the paid up share capital of the company, or the voting power, or minimum 5 lakh of paid up share capital. Anything, any one out of these three. If the members are having, then only they can demand poll. They can have together, they can have singly, but they need to have this so that poll can be demanded. Is it clear? So here we complete section 112, 113, 106, 107 and 109. Okay. In today's class only we will start with section 108. Okay.